for everyone.
Interesting. Thank you. So I see COVID came up a lot. So that really affected us. We stayed home for quite a bit. We didn't do a regular schedule. How did people feel staying home and having to wear a mask all the time? Hmm? Oh, we have some people, yeah. How did that make you feel when you had to like wear a mask and
I felt really bad because I didn't get to see my friends.
because you didn't get to see your friends and the little young lady next to you?
Well, it felt bad because I didn't get to see my friends either.
Okay, oh wow. And I think the young lady there too?
Well, wearing masks I didn't like, but staying home, like I like to stay at home.
Okay. I like to stay home too. That was my favorite part, to stay home all the time. You're my best friend.
It was hard to adjust to at first, but then it got easier.
And I know for a long time we couldn't play with our friends. How did you guys feel about that? Having to stay home, not playing with your friends. You and I were okay.
Ears hurt whenever I wear them a lot.
You want to repeat that for me, babes?
When I wear the mask a lot, it hurts the back of my ears.
Oh, it hurts our ears, yeah. Oh,
Yeah, two of them.
oh, hang
I
on.
will get to this young man.
I like the sprinkles.
I feel kind of actually caged in at home.
Okay, yeah. And you?
At first it felt like I couldn't breathe, but now it feels kind of normal.
It's kind of normal now, yeah.
Sometimes, at first, I usually like forget about wearing masks, and sometimes now, when I'm wearing my mask, and even after I come home, I still have my mask on. I forget that it's even on my face.
I like the staying home, but without no company is pretty boring.
I like to stay home, but it would get
You were good? Yeah? You and I, thumbs up, we were good?
Can we hear from Little Cayman?
Yes.
If there's anything that is specific concerns that you might have in Little Cayman, as children, as young people, if we were to ask you, if you had a magic wand and you could make one or two wishes come true for Little Cayman that would benefit our students, what would it be? What would be the areas that you would want to focus on? And then I'm also going to ask you all, the rest of you in the room, to answer that question as well. So could you think about it? If you had that magic wand and you had two top things that you could change for yourself, what would that be? What would you like to see happen? What would you like to see improve? So can we hear from Little Cayman?
I think you might be muted. Yeah?
Are we able?
She might be thinking, I'm not sure, because we heard her before.
Yeah, she's muted.
If I had two things, I might use one. I think for one, I would like to improve like the school. Like maybe I'll just make it just a little bit bigger. And I think maybe if we had just like a little bit more children here. And a bit more teachers and the school bigger. To make the school a little bit bigger and a little bit more teachers for subjects.
Thank you.
Ryan, can you kind of recap so that the rest of the students know what she said?
Yeah, she said she would like if the school was a little bit bigger, if there were more students and more teachers, I guess some more interaction, social interaction.
Thank you very much for that. So the students that are here, if you had two things that you could put on your wish list that
for COVID to end and if for COVID to end and for everyone not to be able to get ill.
I did, yeah, I didn't get
For COVID to stop and everyone to not be able to get ill.
that would probably be at the top of my list too, Tyler. Thank you very much.
I wish for there to be more places to eat here and more parks or more places to play.
All I want is to improve my future and to see it.
Repeat that one more time. All you want is? A future? Okay, excellent. And what kind of future? Like what? A good future, okay. That sounds good. You? No? Thank you.
This young lady has.
Oh,
For the price, like, for the things to be cheaper here.
So COVID could end and the war overview would stop before Russia and Ukraine.
For COVID to stop and for disasters to stop.
The music right now at our school is kind of sparse because we only have one teacher in this small room. And like when we're doing steel pan, it's kind of crowded and there's not enough space to move or like shake or to like dance to like some songs. And we have instruments like violins, violas, trumpets, because like we practice instruments, but they're all in this one straight line, and the steel pans are blocking them. So we ought to be careful when you take from out of their cases. We don't hit the steel pans. There's only 2 music teachers on the island, Miss Salazar and Mr. Falcon, and like we want more teachers because Miss is like kind of stressed out right now because she has to teach choir, steel yeah, all the different instruments and singers, but we need like more people to be interested in this subject.
Oh, that's some brilliant suggestions, and I think you're not only thinking about yourself, but thinking about your teachers as well, because we're recognizing that they're doing the best that they can, but with their resources limited, that must be very stressful on them, yeah? Yeah. I love the idea that you brought up the instrument in the music. Those are key. We have always heard that music and instruments and the art in general helps relieve some of the stress in our, not only the young people, but in adults as well. So it's going to be important that we continue to build in that area. So thank you very much for that. Yeah.
For the school equipment to be a bit newer, so we can have newer equipment to play with.
I think we have some recommendations for education as well. Yeah?
and some. I was ab- Thank you. I was about to go there.
What about sports? Like, do we need more sports? Do we want more sports? Are there any sports in particular you want to see?
Okay, we have 2 hands there, Sean.
Maybe like a sports day every month.
We could probably start back swimming because most people in the school, they're always asking Miss Sue, the swimming teacher, they're always asking her, can we please go back to swimming? And she's telling them that it's not her fault because she would let them do swimming whenever they wanted. But because of COVID, we can't do it anymore. So people are like asking and asking.
I got to. And here is the thing. We're on an
Yes, Mom.
Yes, it is. And the, unfortunately, one of my deputies are not here with me today. However, one of the discussions that they're having in Grand Cayman is about introducing swimming at a much earlier stage, at the primary level. So those are things that could be taken into consideration for the BRAC as well. I think that's so important that we not wait until you're older, but that you start that at an early age. So that's a really good one.
Here you go.
For after school swimming program to start back.
That was your one? Okay.
For more places to go if a natural disaster comes.
Maybe we can do it after school kickball.
Kickball. Okay. Yeah. So let me ask them, just out of curiosity, school ends at 3 o'clock? So what activities are here in the BRAC after school? Yeah.
We got netball and volleyball for me.
Okay. That's after 3 o'clock. That's at your school or where is that? At the high school. Okay.
We also have football from 5:30 to 7.
Okay. So that's an after school activity.
I was saying the same as her.
Okay.
Well, sometimes at school, since my mom is like a part of staff, I have to stay in the room while she's in like meetings, and it's really boring. So I would ask her to make somebody pick us up and then bring us to do some after school activities to keep us occupied when she's in her meetings.
Our school ends at 2:45, and we have a second bus that comes on 3:45. So between the first and second bus, we have like classes where our teachers tell us to stay back so we can like catch up if you're not there, or we can take extra classes. Or we have like choir, steel pan, and band and cadets. After the second bus, we have like football. Well, we barely have track because we only have track when like we're going to Cayman for interscholastic. Like our team is going Monday to do their races. So, but we need more stuff to do after because our classes might end at 3:45, but some of our sports does not start until like 5:30. So we have that much time between it.